IVM.
Hello and welcome to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. We are recording really early on Tuesday, and as you can hear already, the two people I regularly do podcasts with, which is Kumar Kanav and Tanuj Baru, they are on the phone, and I guess Kumar Kanav is stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
How are you, Kumar?
Horrible traffic. I'm really tired. Still, we have to get this episode out.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow. The dedication is like...
The dedication to the craft, I know.
Where were you last week?
Last week I was preparing, so I had a big business meeting this week.
So there was no dedication to craft then.
I mean, man's got to put food on the plate, right?
And we also have Tanuj Baru. Baru?
What's up?
Yeah, Baru's just sitting in some AC office. Yeah, are you also, you're not stuck in traffic, are you?
I'm stuck in the traffic of human.
Don't stop it.
The sea of human.
All right, so let's talk about... I was wondering what to talk about. It just dawned that no one wants to finish in top 4 these days. So let's only talk about that, guys, for the first half. Let's start with Manchester United 0 and Everton 4. Kumar, did you see the game?
Oh, I did, but I was following it. I was sitting in like a meeting and I was following the scores live. And I was sitting next to a United fan. It was so much fun to see, the dejection on his face. The tables turned like 4 hours later when Arsenal started doing the same thing against Palace. It was fun.
Yeah, no, come on. Arsenal wasn't...
No, but yeah, so, I went back and saw the highlights of the game. I saw it again. And it felt like United didn't turn up to play.
Yes.
Not just... So, see, normally you see Pogba not, putting in the effort or putting in a shift, like they say. But it felt like the entire United team was...
didn't turn up.
Taking lessons from Pogba.
Oh God, that is the worst thing.
He's a true leader.
Legend. Yeah, so Baru, when Ojas was appointed at Manchester United, they had this amazing run for like 2.5 months and everyone is like, oh, this is so simple. This guy is our true leader. And what has happened in the last 6 weeks, man? They've lost every game after that, pretty much.
No. I think they've lost 8 out of their last 10 games.
Yeah, the only 2 they've won is when Oli is basically saying that we shouldn't have won those as well, which was against Watford and West Ham. It's that bad. So
Yeah, well, the downfall actually started after the game against Arsenal. They were on a brilliant run until then. And I think Arsenal just broke something in the
spirit of the team.
No, not the spirit, in the car of the team. Because these are the wheels. So we have to stick to these car-related metaphors.
All right. So have the wheels...
So yeah, their run is obviously running out of fuel right now. Has run out of fuel.
Okay, so sticking with the metaphors, have the wheels come off or has the chassis broken down?
I think it's like my Wagoner right now.
Oh, that means nothing.
It's worse than on fire. It's my Wagoner. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is driving Maruti Wagoner. 2006 model with slightly rusted doors.
Okay, so if by the
Amongst other things.
Yeah, so by the same metaphor, if Manchester United team is a Wagoner and the 4 wheels of your Wagoner are the 4 defenders, what is Pogba? Like, what part of your car is Paul Pogba?
The brake.
The radio
non-existent.
The radio antenna.
You mean
utterly pointless.
And Martial?
No, I think it's the right headlight,
It doesn't work?
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh.
No, I think our listeners, let's just talk about a generic car and not your car in particular.
Yeah, because your car just doesn't work.
Although we should put up pictures of his car on our social media and show our...
Yeah, we label all the parts as United players.
Oh, yeah, that'll be so cool. All right, so in a generic car, if the tires are, like as we said, the defenders and the radio antenna is Paul Pogba, where is Lukaku?
Now cars have this thing. So there's a sunshade, right?
Yeah.
The one which you pull down.
Yes.
And people have converted the space above it into a sunglass holder.
Really?
Yes, it is the most pointless innovation ever. And so basically, yeah, Lukaku.
He's a sunglass holder inside a car.
Yeah, but the thing is that it can't hold the sunglass. You try putting the sunglass, it just goes 5 meters away.
He'll go to the passenger seat.
Yep.
All right. So, in the post-match conference, first of all, the United fans were angry that other than Scott McTominay and to Lindelof and another player who was also quite young, no one else came and apologized to the fans in the stadium. And Solskjaer had to go and apologize. And then he comes in the post-match conference and he says that I am going to be successful here. It's just that some people will not be part of the journey. He also goes on to say that, when they ask him, do you think the players want to play for the shirt? And he actually puffs and he says, I don't know. So I was just wondering if the same question was asked of Moyes, Mourinho and Van Gaal, and they give the same answer. I thought there would be reams and reams of print written on how they are demotivating their team and everything. You think?
Yeah, especially with Mourinho, if it had happened, Others has just forgotten that his team is run by Woodward. So instead of all the talk, nothing is going to happen.
Yeah,
Woodward is incapable of buying players. We all know that, right players.
Dude, it's not
incapable of selling players.
Yeah, a football club is about both buying and selling players. Given that they can't push out Smalling, Jones, when Sanchez they just got, they'll try to push him out now. But they've not been able to push out Darmian, Smalling, Jones, in spite of, I think, almost every manager saying just get rid of these and we need new defenders. They've not been able to do that. How does the biggest club in the world not be able to sell players or buy players?
It's all the magic of Ed Woodward. He's such a such a smart, commercial genius. It's just I can just, bring on 10 more commercial deals in the time it takes to sell one player.
But how?
Would you rather
get a pillow cover sponsor?
They had a pillow sponsor. Now they need a pillow cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So let's talk about was the appointment even right? I mean, because again, if I remember, when they appointed Oli on a temporary basis, they said we will go through due process, we will identify the right people, we'll interview candidates, and then we'll select whom we want at the end of the season. I don't think any of that has happened, has it?
No, I think they just got carried away with, because of that good run that they had.
But even in that good run, they had some 2-3 really bad performances and they were lucky.
Yeah, no, but see, for a team which has been under Mourinho for a year and a half, 2 years, getting a run of good results is, it's a huge change. I think the momentum basically turned towards him after that PSG performance.
Turned against him, especially the first leg.
For him. No, not against him, for him because of the result.
Okay.
You always perform better and say more flowery things when you're in your probation period, right? But once the results start mattering and you have been once you've been confirmed, then you really don't have a motivation to continue anymore.
I mean,
wow.
David Moyes still, his contract with United is still not over, the original contract is signed.
Yeah, because they haven't paid him off. They're just going on.
No, I'm just saying that he signed on to a 5-year contract, right?
Yes. 6-year contract. His earlier contract was 6-year contract.
Yeah, and we're done with 4 managers. Ojas is probably going to be off if this run continues for it takes into 2 months into the new season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, imagine that. Just fast forward this. They're not able to buy all their players they want to, or they can just buy 20% of them. And then after that, they have bad results for 2 months. They're just in 8th position by October. How long will United fans be we still need this guy as the manager?
I don't know. The point here is at what stage do they go back to Mourinho?
I think after Chelsea's done with him for the third stint.
Yeah.
Now it's just a ping pong battle between the two of them now. You're done with him, ab tu le le, nahi ab tu le le.
And he only can win Premier League with Chelsea, which he has proved. And with Manchester United, his best ever live performance will be second. So Yeah,
Yeah, but he'll win cups over there, no?
yeah, dude, it'll be better than just losing everything, right?
Cup tournaments at United and leagues at Chelsea.
Wow, that guy's sorted for life. All right, that's enough about United. Let's talk about your club, guys, Arsenal. Baru, you told me last week that away form is the one which is to worry about, and home you'll just beat Crystal Palace.
But we did beat Crystal Palace, like if you factor out Mustafi.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Mustafi's ethereal. He doesn't care about these things like home form and away form.
He's above all of that.
He doesn't care about form.
Can we make a table?
He's always in bad form, dude.
No,
Can we make a table which factors in Mustafi's performance?
How do you make a table which says...
Dude, you can't go by stats. You know what the stats say.
Oh, yeah.
so I am actually going to go by stats, and there is a very pertinent stat which has come out today, which basically says Mustafi is the best defender in the Premier League, and Virgil van Dijk is like Bacha in front of him. Not even close. He's a far second, yes. So why do you guys keep abusing Mustafi? He's such a good defender.
Because he didn't cost that much. Like as much as Virgil van Dijk.
Oh, so that's why
he cost us only 35 million or whatever, 45.
And that's why you are like pissed off.
Yeah.
Whose fault was it for the second goal of Crystal Palace? Was it Mustafi's or Leno's?
Mustafi.
Why doesn't Kumar...
he was defending like I defend in FIFA. And the player just run across the ball without tackling it. And the attacking player just keeps on moving forward.
What was he trying to do? What was he thinking, man?
He's trying to shield Zaha.
Stuff like just going and clearing the ball off. Like, I don't know.
But he couldn't.
Neil D'Souza would do on AMSC footies.
He doesn't clear the ball because he thought Leno had that telepathic communication with him where he'll just come and collect the ball.
And did you see the reaction that after they conceded?
Yeah, I did.
He jumps up and down like, who are these people I'm playing with who don't understand how to play football?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mustafi's on another level.
Yeah, we
and we can't keep up with him.
He's just not in the same plane, man.
Do you think Arsenal's defeat was all down to Mustafi?
No, it was also, I think the first half was entirely due to Emery's selection.
Yeah, what was the big deal about selection? I didn't actually go. Who was not starting?
He started with Jenkinson, Mavropanos, and Elneny, and those in the same team.
Okay.
He did not start. Torreira was on the bench. Maitland-Niles was...
Kanav, so you think everything was down to Mustafi's fault?
No, it wasn't. It was bad team selection. We were starting with 4 players who who've not played enough games this season. Okay, even if factor out Gundogan, is just raw. We had Jenkinson at right back. We had Mavropanos at centre back, and then we have Mo Elneny in midfield.
Yes. Mo Elneny. Is that what?
Yeah.
Wow. We needed some less Elneny.
He's the original Mo. Salah
to jhoota Mo hai. Yeah.
So basically, Mavropanos has been out for a year almost since the last game of last season. He's just coming back from injury. He made a couple of mistakes which were, I think for the first goal, he is the one who leaves Benteke to allow the free header.
Yes, he does.
And then Elneny was horrible throughout the game.
They did substitute him, right?
Yeah, they did.
All right. Hey, in the meanwhile, Baru, I was just thinking, did you hear Gary Neville's rant about Manchester United?
Nope.
Gary Neville started with, my blood was boiling before the game kicked off. So they asked him, so what's your blood temperature right now then? If your blood was boiling before the game kicked off. So what
did he say?
He said, I'm fuming right now. Kanav, I think you should put your phone
on mute. Was that Gary Neville or DT?
Who? DT?
DT from Arsenal Fan TV.
No, dude. So are there any Arsenal legends whose blood is boiling right now, or everyone's just keeping quiet?
Everyone else is working for somebody else, so I think.
Everyone's working for somebody else, so you think they're keeping quiet?
Yeah, so Vieira is really busy with getting City to win and motivating them.
How is Vieira doing that? Pray tell me.
Haven't you seen his last interview? He's telling City players about how what about the mentality that's required for winning and everything?
I see. All right. I think we should take a break right now. And after the break, we'll continue talking about the only team in the top 4 race which got 1 point and it still felt like a defeat, which is Chelsea. And then we'll see where this is going to end up. Stay tuned, guys, to Football Twaddle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you're not following us on social media, please make sure you do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This is a really exciting week. We got 2 really big shows releasing this week. The first show is Dreaming with Your Eyes Open with Ronnie Screwwala. This is a companion podcast to Ronnie's best-selling book, Dream with Your Eyes Open. On this podcast, Ronnie shares his vast entrepreneurial experience and takeaways from each chapter with me. New episodes will be out every Tuesday, and also don't forget to listen to the audiobook. The audiobook's available for free on our website and a whole bunch of other platforms. You'll find it wherever you look for it. The second show that we're really excited about is called The Note with famous journalist and news editor Maru Kinayat. She cuts the clutter and analyzes the stories that matter to you. Join her on the podcast where she gives you pure analysis on what's happening around you. This week, she has a 3-part exclusive series about the Indian elections. Speaking of the Indian elections, also check out the latest episodes of Thale Harate, Simplified, Ganatantra, The Seen and the Unseen, Election Soundtrack, and Cyrus Says It's Cock and Bull for our thoughts on the elections. This week on Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by millennial businesswoman Natasha Malpani Oswal. She talks about her education in Oxford, Stanford, and Cambridge, returning to Mumbai to head Dice Media, and recites poetry from her book Boundless. On the Sponge podcast, Ambi Parmeshwaran discusses how leaders become great with characteristics of humility and humbleness. On States of Anarchy, Hamsani is in conversation with Professor Felix Pecking to discuss tariffs in Chinese history and how it's employed in today's context of trade wars. On Advertising is Dead, Varun is joined by Pranay Swarup, co-founder of Chatterbox. They talk about influencer marketing, the Fire Festival fiasco, and a whole lot more. On Golgappa, Trupti is joined by IVM co-founder Kavita Rajwade as she talks about her personal and professional journey and how the concept of a Marathi podcast came into being. On Thale Harate, we have an election special where Pawan and Ganesh talk to Raghavendra HS about the hows and whys of voting. And with that, let's get you on with your shows.
Hello and welcome back to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. On the phone, I have Tanuj Baru and Kumar Kanav with me. Both of you, please say hello.
Hello. Hello.
All right. So let's talk about the only team in the top 4, the contention, which got 1 point yesterday. Chelsea. Poor Sari. He had to be sent off as well for that 1 point. It was quite unfortunate. And there was a fracas at the end of it.
What did Sari do to get sent off? I missed that part.
Oh, so Sari was like, oh, this is so funny. Sari was obviously out of his technical area. So it seems the Burnley team was telling Sari ki, bhai, you're out of your technical area. Just stick to your technical area. And he obviously forgot or whatever, or didn't remember. And in the second half, I think towards the end, when it got desperate, he was again out of his technical area. And I think Burnley guys complained to the 4th official, and then he got sent off. And then Zola told the Burnley team, Sean Dyche, that, in Italy, the technical area is bigger. So our man forgot how big the technical area is. And Sean Dyche is like, he's been here for a year. What do you mean he doesn't know how big the technical area is? So he got sent off, but it seems the Burnley team was basically abusing him, and that's how the fight at the end of the game happened, where Anthony Rudiger basically started trying to punch people or whatever.
What a nice club, Chelsea.
It's just been misunderstood, Sari.
Yeah.
They're just going around asking for a lighter, probably. And all the smokers know that feeling, right?
Yeah, I know. I mean, poor Sari, man. What more can he ask for? It was not a great...
A light.
Yeah. It was not even a great performance, but at least, they had much more fight. I don't know. And Hudson-Odoi is now out for the season. So we have to see Pedro play for the rest of the season. Oh, God save us.
Yeah, you'll have to find another 3 named player.
El Pedruino. Isn't that what they call him? That's still 2 names, right? What is Pedro's first name? Do you have any idea, both of you?
Ped.
I think it's
Pedro.
Rodriguez, right?
What?
Pedro.
No, and Rodriguez is his second name, right? So it's Pedro Ro.
Pedro Ro. I see. Oh, so let's look at the man. But I don't know. It just felt so. Why, Kanav? Do you have any theories on why nobody wants to finish third or fourth? Is Champions League become that big a drain on clubs' resources?
No, see, everyone wants to show that the Premier League is tough, so Emery can't be just like Arsenal don't want to win because they don't want to show Wenger in a bad light. So like if Emery comes in his first season and he gets top 4 when Wenger has struggled for the last 2 seasons.
Okay.
So then that will show that Wenger was, had lost his touch.
I see. So
if
that's the case, then are you sure Arsenal won't finish in top 4 out of respect for Wenger?
See, they don't want to.
They're trying.
That United and Chelsea don't want to. worse than them.
All right, that's Arsenal's reason. Kumar, no.
So it's actually Arsene Wenger who's calling the shots even now.
United is basically like they were doing bad against under Mourinho. Now, if they finish fourth, then what does OJS do to improve that next season?
Dude, they finished second last year, so I think finishing second probably would be to improve from fourth.
Oh, that is anyways out of their hands, right? Mourinho took care of that in 6 months.
No, not now.
Mourinho ensured that Mourinho could not be beaten.
This season, right? So, but if they finish fourth this season, you're saying that what does he have to aspire to next season? Probably to finish.
With the squad, they can finish second ever.
I thought they're going to. They did. They just finished it last year.
Last year was different. Last year, Liverpool wasn't on steroids, no?
All right. With Chelsea, I don't know.
We should just turn this podcast into like crazy fan series or stuff like that.
Like how Cersei Lannister may end up at the throne with Podrick as a toy boy. Something like... All right. Baru, do you have any reason on why Tottenham would not want to finish in top 4?
Tottenham being Tottenham, even if they want to finish in top 4, they might not because they just bought in the first place.
So
I totally agree with that.
So other 3 clubs don't want to finish in top 4 and they're trying their best. Tottenham want to finish, but they can't finish.
Yeah, that's just Tottenham.
No, but Tottenham is going to finish third this season. I'm very sad that I have to say that.
No, they're not. No, they're only at 67 points. So why would... It's not a given that they'll finish third. Why is
they don't fuck up like the other clubs do.
But I thought just now we discussed Tottenham being Tottenham, right?
Yeah, so they'll do that in the Champions League semi-finals against Ajax.
Oh yeah, that we all know.
So they do it in only one tournament a year.
And it's it has to be on a bigger scale, right?
I see. All right, let's talk about the 2 teams which have been winning for the last 2 months. I can't even remember when they drew a game. So
I think the last time they played each other, no?
No, that City one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that was more than 2 months ago. Yeah, so Baru, what do you make of Liverpool's pursuit of Manchester City? Isn't that something to be like... I don't think the 3 of us expected it to get this close and Liverpool to just hang on to that chase. Did you?
No, I mean, even when Liverpool had that huge lead somewhere mid-season, we saw how they bottled it and did a Spurs job on that lead.
Liverpool Spursed it.
They Spursed it. And but it wasn't all the way down for them from there. I mean, they managed to just pick themselves up again and continue on that track.
Yes.
So yeah, it wasn't expected. But grounds have been slippery at the right spaces for Mo Salah, and so I think that's just helping them through. Did you see how Milner and Salah had a fight?
Yes, I did, and I also read a report that Salah didn't celebrate the goal because he had an argument with Milner.
No, that is because I sent him a text as bro, you are my captain.
You sent him a text.
So he's all upset that he's a nice guy, right? Dil ka acha hai. He dives and all, but that's just work.
Come on, that's a nice dive he does.
It's a nice dive.
Yeah, exactly. After reading that report, I thought it was like a Real Madrid planned that report. Then let's destabilize Salah from that. And Manchester City, Kanav, they are playing Manchester United on Wednesday. So
sure.
So let's go through this with some nuance here. Manchester United fans, including fan camps, they are busy deciding, should we let City win or should we let City lose? The audacity of these to think that they can let City win or lose. It's
We've
unbelievable.
already discussed this before also, that, all these United fans are putting these things out there so that regardless of the result, they'll have something to fall back on. If they lose, which they are going to lose, they'll be like, yeah, but at least, we wanted that to happen.
We wanted it
And
to.
Liverpool can't win now or whatever. We won't help Liverpool. But if they do win, they'll be like, yeah, I mean, we are an honorable club and
No, if they do win, they'll be like.
noisy neighbours.
Yeah, if they do win,
No, I
they'll be
mean,
like. They'll be like Manchester City as our enemy.
Worst things have happened, right?
Like what?
You might-
Hiring Ole Gunnar
Yes, I mean,
Solskjaer.
that is such a generic statement.
Your worst things have
like,
happened.
like Tottenham being above us.
Really?
Mistakes do happen. Yeah, do.
No, wait, hold on. You're not getting the point. Tottenham being above you is fine. I don't think Arsenal fans ever said, we will lose
No.
this match so that Tottenham...
What I meant was that worst things have happened. United might be able to win, right?
Yeah,
I was referring to that.
Yeah, but it is not really up to them, no? It's up to City. If they don't turn up, then United will win. United can do nothing on their own to either win that game.
Yeah, that is true.
But man, those fan camps. So I was seeing one of those fan camps, and one of the United fans were like, we are going on discussing about whether we want to win against City or lose against City. We can't beat freaking Everton. Why? What are we discussing?
What?
And then they cut that video and they sent him, okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so let's keep sticking to that game. I think this midweek, this podcast releases, we are recording on a Tuesday, so it comes out on Wednesday. So Wednesday, the two games are Manchester United versus Manchester City, and Arsenal play Wolves, right? Or Leicester? Wolves and Leicester. Yeah, Wolves. So what's going to happen in these two games?
Let's just discuss one game because we know what's going to happen in the other one.
Yeah, Manchester City is going to win. So yeah, let's just discuss. Let's just discuss.
I thought we'll get through it.
Let's just discuss Wolves and Arsenal. So
there was an anomaly. We lost at home, so I think that anomaly is going to get evened out, and we might as well just win it. Wolves now.
We might as well. Wow, the entire.
We got to balance things out, man. Mustafi is going to be sent to Azerbaijan to scout out World Cup Euro venues or something.
Can he find us a hotel as well?
I hope he does. I mean, let's just hire him, man. Maybe Arsenal give him to us. Give him to us on loan or something.
Yeah, he can host this podcast while we three are stuck in traffic. He'll somehow.
And he's German, right? So IVM is going to love him because at least he'll come on time. German precision.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that Arsenal is going to beat Wolves and Ozil is going to have a great game. Kanav, do you get the same feeling?
Ozil did score a good goal against Palace as well.
That's not the point. I said, do you get the feeling that Arsenal is going to win the game against Wolves?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. See how I turned around both of you boys. The most pessimistic Arsenal fans who think that they'll never win away from home.
Yeah, but we were also optimistic about the fact that we'll win at home, no? So we have to. We are very balanced like that, Saru. Yeah.
As soon as you lose something at home, you change the away stats according to you.
How else do you think we make up our sales figures at work? Balance it all out.
I'll tell you one story of sales figure before we shut this podcast. There was an electric car company based out of Bangalore. So the head of sales asked the sales guy, "Is my name this month? How many cars will you sell? We need to sell 100." That guy said, "Haan sir, ho jayega 100." He sold 4. All right. And then the boss basically abused the shit out of him and said, I'm under too much pressure. We need to make up for this. We have to sell more than 100. He said, "Don't worry, sir. I'll sell 150 this month." He sold 8.
And you hired him now?
No, I didn't. He sold 8. And the boss is like, what are you going on about? Why are you giving me false numbers of 150 when you're selling 8? He said, वो सर वो थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो गया था. अभी इस महीने मैंने सेट कर लिए 150, तो आप मिनिमम रखो 200 हो जाएंगे. He sold 21. And he was like, I overperformed. I tripled my sales. मुझे promotion दे दो. And then they fired him. This is a true story.
Such a sad, heart-wrenching story. You're laughing.
He's laughing about it, man.
You don't understand the... Please, Kumar, just tell him.
Yeah.
And he will never understand it.
What do you mean? Have you ever promised 150 car sales and sold 6?
Do you want to watch him try?
Yeah, actually, that would be a fun experiment.
You should talk to my boss.
All right. Are we next Monday, guys? We have to be in the studio.
Yeah, next Monday I'll be in the studio. I have a chutti. Let's record in at 4 in the evening.
Yeah, I know. Our producer is not eligible to vote. Our sound engineer is just happy being an Indian citizen. So, yeah, I think we can record on Sunday. On that note, Kumar.
Right, sir.
Yes, Baru, bye-bye. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow IVM on @IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to reach out to us, which is Football Twaddle, we are @Footy Twaddle on Twitter and Football Twaddle on Instagram and Facebook. I think there are 2 or 3 people whose replies we are yet to reply to on Twitter, which I think we'll get on to today. On that note, guys, you should say bye now.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Did you know that Parsis in Mumbai, instead of being left at the Tower of Silence after they die, are now cremated? And why? Because a cow fell sick in the early 1990s. Did you know that the smog in Delhi is caused by something that farmers in Punjab do and that there's no way to stop them? Did you know that there wasn't one gas tragedy in Bhopal, but 3? One of them was seen, but 2 were unseen. Did you know that many well-intentioned government policies hurt the people they're supposed to help? Why was demonetization a bad idea? How should GST have been implemented? Why are all our politicians so corrupt when not all of them are bad people? I'm Amit Verma, and in my weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen, I take a shot at answering all these questions and many more. I aim to go beyond the seen and show you the unseen effects of public policy and private action. I speak to experts on economics, political philosophy, cognitive neuroscience, and constitutional law so that the insights can blow not only my mind, but also yours. The Seen and the Unseen releases every Monday. So do check out the archives and follow the show at seenunseen.in. You can also subscribe to The Seen and the Unseen on whatever podcast app you happen to prefer. Shunyavan, 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 Shunyavan.
Hey, this is Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay.
And I'm Amit Doshi.
And we host Shunya One, the weekly podcast based on conversations about startups, entrepreneurship, across verticals like food tech or fintech, and digital payments, logistics, e-commerce, and of course, all the stuff from VCs and investors as well.
Over the course of our run, we've had some really great entrepreneurs. We've had Zishan Hayat from Top-4, Naya Sagi from Baby Chakra, Ankush Sachdev from ShareChat, and Akrit from Haptic, among many, many more.
Yep, and we continue to get some of the biggest, smartest, and most innovative folks in the country in this space coming here, talking to us, all for you guys to listen to.
So tune in every Tuesday on the IVM app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts from, and get a chance to be a part of all of the tech banter and entrepreneurship conversations on our Slack channel. Talk to our guests, they show up as well. All you have to do is request an invite on ivmpodcast.com/Shunya1.